She stole $82,000 in jewelry from hotel guests. The safe code was printed on the welcome card. In 19 months at a 4-star hotel in Miami, one housekeeper accessed guest room safes in 31 separate rooms. Total value taken, $82,000. The method required one piece of information that the hotel gave to every guest at check-in. Hotel room safe shipped from the manufacturer with a default PIN, typically a 4-digit code printed on a card inside the welcome packet. The card tells guests, your safe opens with this code. We recommend setting a personal PIN. Most guests not set a personal PIN. Housekeeping is trained to include this card in every room setup. She had been placing that card in rooms for 3 years. She had read everyone. The method was selective and slow. She averaged one room entry every 19 days. Slow enough that no single week showed an anomaly in the housekeeping loss prevention log. She targeted only one category of item, jewelry. Watches, rings, necklaces. Small enough to fit in uniform pocket, high enough value to be worth the risk. No serial number, no IMEI. Items that guests would notice missing 2 days after checkout and would spend 20 minutes blaming themselves for losing in a bag. The first formal complaint came in month 6. A guest reported a missing gold bracelet, estimated value $4,200. Hotel logged it as a possible packing error and offered a free night. In month 8, a second guest reported missing platinum cufflinks, $1,800. 2 complaints across 8 months, and 2 different room numbers did not trigger a pattern investigation. In month 14, a guest reported a missing engagement ring. The ring was a 2.1 carat solitaire. $28,000. That value triggered a mandatory insurance claim under the hotel's liability policy. The insurance investigator arrived 3 days later and requested the full security footage log from the 24 hours the guest occupied the room. The footage showed 2 separate housekeeping entries. The first was logged in the hotel's cleaning management system at 10:14 a.m., the standard morning turndown. The second's entry was not logged in the cleaning system. It appeared only in the elevator access card reader log. One scan at the floor elevator at 11:42 p.m. The cleaning shift ended at 6 p.m. The investigator cross-referenced the 11:42 p.m. Scan with the employee access card database. 1 card number, 1 employee, her card. Loss prevention pulled her complete access card log for the prior 14 months. She had entered room floor corridors outside of the scheduled shift window 34 times. The investigator printed each entry and cross-referenced with the guest complaint database. 31 of the 34 off-shift entries occurred within 72 hours before a guest complaint was filed. The pattern was unambiguous. The Bodycam footage begins in the hotel manager's office on a Tuesday morning. A loss prevention investigator and a Miami-Dade detective are seated at the conference table. She is brought in by a floor supervisor and offered a seat. The investigator places the printed access card log on the table, 34 entries over 14 months, each line highlighted in yellow, date and time, and room floor visible. He asks her to explain the 11:42 p.m. Elevator scan on the date in question. She says she forgot a personal item in a service closet on that floor and came back to retrieve it. The investigator places the insurance claim form on top of the access log. He points to the room number on the claim. He points to the floor number on the 11:42 entry. The floor matches the room. He asks her to explain again. The interview lasted 1 hour and 44 minutes. She confirmed 11 incidents during the interview. The investigation cross-referenced against the access log and guest complaint records confirmed 31. The math: 31 rooms, 19 months, $82,000. The felony threshold in Florida for enhanced grand theft charges is $20,000. She exceeded it 4 times over. The prosecution filed 31 counts: grand theft, burglary of an occupied dwelling, and breach of fiduciary trust, 1 count per room. She pleaded guilty to 6 counts. Sentence: 5 years probation, $82,000 in restitution to the hotel, and affected guests permanent disqualification from hotel employment in Florida. What the hotel changed: the default safe code is now randomized per stay and printed on a sealed envelope that only the guest opens at check-in. Housekeeping access to room floor corridors outside scheduled shift hours now requires a supervisor-issued authorization code, logged to a separate system that loss prevention monitors in real time. The engagement ring cracked it. An $82,000 operation ran for 19 months because the individual losses stayed below the insurance trigger. One $28,000 claim pulled 31 cases. The safe code was on the welcome card the whole time. New case every day. Subscribe for the verdict. Tomorrow, the next number behind the hotel safe